Most of my work history prior to Peckham was primarily retail and fast food. I went to KCC and I had a work-study job there on campus at the bookstore. And then after KCC, I also worked as a pharmacy tech at Rite Aid. I also worked at KFC as well for 10 years, and that was my last job before I came to Peckham. Peckham is different because it allows people with disabilities to find and nurture their strengths, regardless of their particular disability, which would then allow them to thrive as much as they can. I was hired to be a CIC customer service representative. The CIC stands for Customer Interaction Center because Peckham is contracted with the Defense Logistics Agency, DLA, to run the CIC on their behalf. And the CIC, through DLA, provides logistics support to the military and civilian agencies as well, in addition to vendors who do business with the government. DLA is America's Combat Logistics Support Agency. They provide logistics support to the military, providing a variety of products, everything from food to footwear, clothing, flags, screws, you name it. DLA probably produces it or can contract with someone who does. I was hired into the CIC in May of 2015. I did several months of training. Then I was officially certified to be released to the phones by myself in September of 2015. Then in 2017, I got promoted to team lead. Towards the end of 2018, I decided to start applying for opportunities with DLA, and I applied for a position in their cataloging branch. January 2019, I was hired into one of the DLA cataloging branches for Navy. I was only there for about 9 months, and then in October of 2019, I was transferred to another branch, the Joint Certification Program, which is also under DLA. That branch helps vendors get certified to view expert-controlled technical data. And then from October 2019 to December of last year, I worked in the JCP branch, and then in December of last year, I was hired as a level 2 agent in the CIC research. The level 2 agents, they do administrative tasks covering the level 1 CIC, such as reviewing tickets or updating SOPs. If there's any trends that arise, as far as customer issues or system issues or so forth, we address those. So there's a variety of things we deal with in level 2 research. I applied through USA Jobs because that's the portal you have to apply to for government positions of all agencies, including DLA or any DoD agency. So I applied to USA Jobs. Most of my knowledge I gained as a level 1 agent, because in level 2 we use a lot of the same systems, especially to create, as far as our case management system. So a lot of that kind of comes from level 1. There are some specific level 2 procedures, but you learn those over time, and I'm still in the process of learning some of that. My first couple months were pretty difficult because I had never worked in a call center before, and the CIC sets a pretty high bar. There's some particular monthly metrics you're required to meet just as a condition of working in the position regardless of your disability, and having those high standards or metrics to meet kind of helps put everybody on as even a level playing field as possible, without allowing people to use their disability as a crutch, as to why they didn't meet their monthly numbers or so forth. At the 6-month mark from when I was certified, by 6 months from that period, I felt like things were finally settling in, and things were making sense. I never expected to come back to the CIC in this role, but in a way it felt like full circle because it's a place I'm so familiar with and I'm knowledgeable in, so I think it was a good decision, and I feel really fortunate that I was selected. The Ability One program deals with specific contracts that allow people with disabilities to hold employment across a variety of different employers or agencies or whatnot. And the pros of being on the Ability One contract include specific accommodations for your disability so that you can focus on the job itself. One con is sometimes you don't know when the contract might end or if it might end abruptly, because that could mean you're out of a job or if you can't be transferred somewhere else. So that's one con of it. I feel Peckham has prepared me by helping me set a foundation as far as working in the call center, working in the CIC, and learning all the processes and procedures, many of which I've carried over to level 2 the level 2 CIC. So in that way, I feel like Peckham set a firm foundation, and also set a foundation in how to behave in a professional atmosphere and how to interact with people. Supervisors are supportive, and I always felt as if all my concerns were addressed as well, and then along with the VSSs. So I don't really have any complaints there. I feel like they were good at addressing my concerns and the issues I had overall. Having feedback through them, through Peckham, was immensely helpful, because I used it as a yardstick to try to improve my performance where it needed to be and make me a stronger agent and a better person overall. The best thing I can tell people to do is, if you have a review that's not particularly good or deals with aspects that you're not comfortable with, just own it and just be responsible for those mistakes, and just say, I made that mistake, but I'm going to try to do better next time. Having the accommodations is highly important, because without those accommodations, it doesn't allow people to focus on the learning the position itself otherwise. So once they have those accommodations, disabled people, they can freely focus on the position itself and without feeling like they're hindered by their disability, which kind of helps, I'm sure, motivate them as well. Especially in junior high, I was teased mercilessly, because a lot of people thought I was like another Steve Urkel, basically. So I was constantly teased and made to feel like I wasn't really anything. I mean, I had people chase me down the hall, throw food at me, and it was just crazy. Yeah, so I didn't have a lot of self-confidence in junior high. It was a little better in high school, but yeah, it wasn't really till college and starting at Peckham that my confidence got better, and I paid less attention to other people's opinions. Once I got to Peckham, I realized I can be somebody, and those opinions don't really matter. It's just noise. So I didn't realize I could achieve this much, or that the journey would be what it has been, because when I started, I remember my first day walking in the building, I was just absolutely terrified. And then to now, it's definitely been a journey. But what I try to tell myself is just to have faith and just get up and keep trying every day, and just try a little bit every day and just keep moving. The only thing I would say is, to people considering Peckham, please give it a try, because you never know what you're capable of. And I came into this not knowing what would happen, but sometimes, like I said in the beginning, you just have to go for it and just hope for the best and have faith. If it wasn't for Peckham, I would still be in a low-wage, dead-end job, not feeling confident about myself and settling for whatever life gave me. But because of Peckham, I was able to reach for the stars, or at least try to.